Welcome to your weekend focus for June the 23rd, the 24th, and the 25th, 2017. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly. And before we begin, thank you. Thank you truly for all of the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. So we have an exciting energy in the air for this weekend. We have the new moon. We have the sun and Mercury that has just gone into Cancer. Mars remains in Cancer. And then we have the moon conjuncting. So it doesn't matter where you are, whether or not it's the 23rd or the 24th, this reading will touch on the full moon, or the new moon, not the full moon, the new moon in Cancer. So let's see what the energy is all about. Two of Swords. Two of Swords is, it's time to look at that issue, that decision that needs to be made. Strength. Know your strength. Know your empowerment. And both of those cards have to do with looking within as well as outside. Six of Cups is right in the middle. Oh, this is getting interesting. Knight of Cups is back from Thursday. And the King of Swords. Well, we end this weekend with a passion, with a desire, with a confidence. Let's start at the beginning, shall we? We have the Two of Swords. Two of Swords, we have this purple veil over the eyes, and once upon a time, one of you wonderful viewers mentioned that it was like looking through the veil of spirituality in order to make this decision. And I loved it. So in each hand we hold the sword. We have Libra there actually, which is, so Libra, Jupiter is in Libra. So about the abundance, making a decision about abundance this weekend. Now, back it up, because abundance is what you feel abundance is. It's not what I feel. It's not what the TV commercials tell you. It's not what your next door neighbor tells you it is. It may not even be what a family member or a lover or a best friend may feel as abundance. Your personal voyage to abundance, and what abundance, your definition of it, is completely unique. It's got certain characteristics, a blend. It may be your health and well-being. It may be your family all getting along and having a beautiful family life. It may mean opening the doors to travel. It may mean for you stepping into the career of your choice, showing the world what you bring to the table, or showing a certain company, showing your neighborhood or your community. Maybe you want to invest your time in helping others. Maybe it's growing a relationship. Maybe it's money in the bank. So, but there is a decision to be made about the abundance and how it's coming into your life, or what you are rejecting. You could be rejecting some sort of abundance. Maybe you don't feel deserving enough. Maybe you feel like you've already, it's too late. That's what I love hearing. It's too late. It's never, ever too late. I remember one gentleman, he was 50s, early 50s, and he had wished at, through our talk, that he had wanted to be a lawyer. And had he known more about the kind of law that he was interested in, he would have been a lawyer, and he would have made a good lawyer. And I believe he would have made a good lawyer. So I said, go back to school. And he says, well, it's years and years and years. And I said, well, you're 50. What, like, are you planning on dying in another 10 years or something? Like, go for it. Because you'll get to live your dream. Whether it's 10 years or 1 year or 1 month or 20 years. You get to live your dream if you step in that direction. You never think it's too late, that you've missed the boat, that you've run out of time. That things have gone too far south for you to start going north again. Because none of that is true, unless you deem it true. We are asked to make a decision this weekend. We are asked to look at our intuition. We are asked to look at our higher wisdom and to be truthful with ourselves about what we truly want going forward. Maybe this is a declaration to ourselves. Maybe it's to somebody else. We have the Strength card. Now, the one thing I love most about the Strength card is, and you know what, we have the King of Swords here, so it's very important this week or this weekend, because the King of Swords is, he's passionate and he's ruthless. And we have to remember that, you know, we'll catch more flies with honey than we will with vinegar. That we don't have to bully. We don't have to show somebody else up or put somebody down in order to gain a step forward in any direction. We don't have to push somebody out of the way. There's more than enough room for everybody. It's through our love, it's through our compassion, it's through understanding that we have a special path to walk, a journey to go forward in. And we were given this because we were equipped, or we will be equipped in its own divine time. This is asking us once again to tap into our intuition, realizing that your intuition is not going to lead you astray. And so many people say, well, I'm tired of listening to my intuition because I've gotten here because of it. No. Be honest with yourself. You asked God, your angels, your spirit guides, the universe, source, for an answer, for a hint, a clue. And when you were told, when the answer came in, you went, oh no, I don't want that. And so you sat there and you thought you could barter, and your ego stepped in and told you what you wanted to hear. And then you went in that direction, and you can't figure out why your intuition let you down. Sometimes we don't like what the answer is revealed to ourselves. We still must take heed. We still must listen. We still must weigh it out. We still must make a decision based on that information, that clue, that hint. Now we have the Six of Cups. First of all, this is, you know, this is just a fun card, isn't it? In our minds, we are envisioning the time when we were alive and free and flying a kite in the park and the sun was setting or rising or just bright and making us feel empowered, beautiful. There was laughter in the air. And those are the kind of things that we want to think of in our minds. We want to think about the good, the wonderful of what has happened in our past, perhaps, but more so how it can be going forward. Now, this could very well, especially since it is in the middle here, this could be telling us that something from our past is coming into play here. Now, it may just show up to point out your wisdom, to remind you of why you made certain decisions and how it worked for you. And maybe you need to make a new set of decisions this time. Maybe you need to stick to your guns and know that you are right in your path forward. It could be that you pass somebody on the street and they remind you of a certain person. It takes you back to that point in time so that you may learn, that you may attach yourself to the wisdom that you have already learned. You're the Knight of Cups. This is passion. This is love. This is beauty. This is the knight in shining armor. This is a message coming in about how to create your abundance, how to bring in that love, how to bring in that compassion, how to make it part of your everyday experience. And I keep getting the word routine, so I'm going to throw routine out there, and I don't know why, because I really don't see routine here, but, you know, let's just try something. Why don't we all wake up 5 minutes earlier? And when we get out of bed in the morning, we're going to sit there for a minute, we're going to take a nice deep breath, and we're going to say, I'm looking forward to today. There is going to be wonderful things happening in my life today as I step forward, as I walk my path. Well, that's all you really need to say. You may say it a couple of times. You may have your own mission statement. You may have your own affirmations. You may have your own small prayer that you would like to say. And just sit there for the remainder of the 5 minutes. And think about the beauty that could actually come into your life. And you can think outside the box for this. It's not like we are manifesting that moment, although you could, in essence, do that. But you are raising your vibration for the day. You are raising your light for the day. You are empowering yourself for the day. I think we have to change our routines. Even though we think we make conscious choices, we don't really make all that many conscious choices. Our choices that we make are really things that we do because of our past experiences. You don't think of what you're going to do when you tie a shoelace or you do up a button. It just automatically happens. You don't think of how you're going to dry yourself after you get out of the shower or how you're going to start to brush your teeth. Or if you're going to have coffee or tea or an energy drink in the morning. Because you follow the same routine. So you need to break it up. And it's going to feel uncomfortable. Because it's the unknown. You're doing something unknown. Your body, your mind will go in a little bit of a tailspin. Because you're not following the routine that you do every morning when you wake up. You ruined it when you sat at the edge of the bed and did that small affirmation about a beautiful day that you were walking into, the beautiful energy that was going to surround you. That's not in the script. We've never done that before. And now you're making a tea for yourself instead of a coffee. And now you're drying your legs first after the shower. Like, what is going on? And it's going to feel uncomfortable. And it's going to feel alien. Try it. When you go to brush your teeth, move the toothbrush to the other side of your mouth. See how comfortable that feels. Have the tea instead of a coffee. Have a coffee instead of a tea. Do an affirmation before you even start your day and sit there in 5 minutes of bliss. And that will ignite the true passions inside of you. But it will feel uncomfortable and you won't like it. But if you do it consistently, watch how it becomes part of your routine. Watch how it becomes part of who you are going forward. Then we end the weekend with the King of Swords, and he is powerful. He's got wings of steel. He holds that knife in front of him, that sword in front of him, with a confidence. He knows he's going forward. He knows he's made the plan. He knows that he's going to succeed. He does not doubt, and he does not allow for things to stand in his way. So I think as we go out of the weekend, that's when the real energy comes in to start actually doing what we have been imagining. To start the actions. Maybe it's handing out that resume. Maybe it's going out and meeting and talking to new people. Maybe it's booking that flight. Maybe it's signing up for that course of study. Maybe it's walking up to that guy or gal and saying, hey, how's it going? Maybe it's going down to the gym or going for a walk all of a sudden. Just a small one, but a walk nonetheless. Maybe it's walking by the chip and pop aisles and going right to the next aisle in the grocery store and not even allowing yourself to look at those things anymore. See what our wise angels have to say for this weekend. Got a landslide happening here. There we go. So I think we have some very incredible energy. You know, the Two of Swords at the beginning is asking us to really be honest with ourselves and make a decision. Look at what we have been avoiding. Tap into our strength, our confidence, our inner courage, our inner wisdom. Tap into our knowledge of yesterday and bring it forward into the today. Have fun and joy in your life. Get passionate about what you want to do. I think that's when I broke off and started talking about routine for some reason. But then we go into the King of Swords that says, I can do this. I can be strong. I can be confident. I can succeed. The Five of Ariel. You needn't go through your current challenges alone. Help is nearby. Negative thoughts create self-fulfilling prophecies. Negative thoughts help create self-fulfilling prophecies. I knew I was saying that wrong. Negative thoughts create self-fulfilling prophecies. If you think that you're going to, oh gosh, I'm going to be late for work, chances are you will. I'm such a clumsy oaf. You will be. I'll never get that job. You won't. So we really need to look at the positive. We really need to explore the positive of what can be in our life. Of taking away those limitations that have been ingrained in one way or another into your mental thoughts. See the beauty, the true strength of who you are. The Six of Gabriel. Congratulations. You've done a wonderful job. Time to move on to the next project, awards, scholarships, or promotions. And I think this is really us coming out of the gate. Really starting to, we had on Thursday, gentlemen, start your engines. Well, now we've got them revving at the start line, and pretty soon we're going to hear that pistol go off, and it's going to be go forward. And for each of us, it'll be a slightly different time, but we will hear it, and we will know that it's time. Time to move on to the new project, the new path, the new opportunity. With the Four of Ariel, when you give, you also receive. Being resistant to change, extremes in how you save or spend money. And that could be something that you are looking at and changing in your routine. Maybe you are just a little bit too easy with, getting that coffee and that muffin on the way to work, and then you go and you pick up the paper, and you go and you buy yourself out a nice lunch every day, and then you go home, you have supper, and you've probably spent like $20, $30, $40 on absolutely nothing, when you could have packed a sandwich at home and filled the thermos with coffee. And when you give, you also receive. And I don't think that's necessarily a financial give that you have to do. But if you want love and compassion into your life, then give love and compassion out to the world. Donate your time to a hospice or a hospital or an elderly care facility or a nursery, where they need people to just rock those babies sometimes. Maybe it's feeding the poor. Maybe it's helping the addict. Maybe it's just opening up the door for the little old lady you see struggling with her packages. But when you give, you also receive. We have divine guidance. The search for the meaning in life. Consider an alternative approach. Surround yourself with wise teachers and friends. And this was a new moon card, I believe. Divine guidance. The search for the meaning of life. What is my destiny? Embrace your destiny is, I think, what I've been saying. Or what I said. Either this video or one recent ones, I'm pretty sure it was the new moon though, is embracing your destiny, knowing that you are going forward, knowing that you have been preparing your whole life for your next step forward, to get happy about it, to get excited about it, to get adventurous about it, to know that the new beginnings are lying in wait for you. Consider an alternative approach. So often we feel like we have limited ourselves in some way. It's usually our own perception of the limitation. They did a study one time where they had people wear glasses, and one lens was yellow and one lens was green. So if they looked one way, the world was yellow, and if they looked the other way, the world was green. And by the end of the first week, I think, or the end of the project, people were seeing the right colors because their memory kicked in and said, no, that's a brown trunk with green leaves. So that's what it is. And they were seeing the colors that their memories held, not what the yellow or the green lens was showing them anymore. So consider an alternative approach. Don't fall back into what you've always done before. Look for a new way forward. Try to see the world in yellow or green. Try and see if that really is the true colors after all, and you've been seeing it all wrong all along. Surround yourself with wise teachers or friends. I think it was through the new moon video, or it was maybe Wednesday's video of seeking out a mentor, somebody you respected, a confidant, to give you wise and sage advice. Or you may be that person to somebody else, depending on your path in life. One more. The Seven of Gabriel. Oh, I love this card. Let's see what it even says. Stand up for what you believe in, have confidence, and claim your personal power. There's your card for the weekend. You're riding through that storm, and look at you. You're not worried. You know you're going to get through it. It's just a storm, and look at the rainbow in the storm. The lightning striking right through the rainbow, setting your whole world of happiness to scatter all around you. Stand up for what you believe in. Please let that be you. Have confidence and claim your personal power. See what our wise animals have to say. I love the Seven of Gabriel there. I think that is so what we're being asked to do, to stand up and claim our personal power, to go after our true passions, our desires, our abundance, and how we define abundance. And we don't have to explain it or get the nod of approval from anybody else that they agree that that is abundance. It just has to bring you happiness, joy, peace of mind. It has to fill your world with laughter and smiles. We have the skunk for silence. I'm going, go, go, go. And the animals are saying, silence. So the skunk says, meditate, quiet your mind, sense, respect, ego, protection, Silence makes the real conversations between friends, not the saying, but the never needing to say that counts. If you've chosen skunk, the message is for you to walk in silence. You may feel in order to get through your situation, you need to act defensively or aggressively, and that very much is the King of Swords. But skunk tells you that just walking in silence can be just as powerful, and that was the strength card of knowing your strength, believing in yourself. The skunk uses their odor to attract their own kind, and they use that same odor to repel those they don't want near them. Choose the proper energy that you want to put out into the universe in order to attract the right kind back. You don't have to make a lot of noise to get what you want. You just have to review the situation and act with respect and a sense in time that you will receive. It isn't about ego, it's about confidence. And that's really what all the cards were saying. Skunk is very short. All the cards were saying to see your inner empowerment, raise your self-confidence, raise your strength, recognize your strength. You don't have to go banging the pots and pans throughout the neighborhood in order to get somebody's attention. You just have to stand strong. They'll feel your energy. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.